एक दिन मैं मेट्रो में जा रहा था कहीं, तो 3-4 लड़के खड़े थे। तो मेरे कानों में आवाज़ पड़ी कि ये वही लड़का जिसने लड़की छेड़ी थी। वो ये नहीं बोलते कि लड़की ने फेक केस किया था।
लड़की है तो विक्टिम होगी, ये बिल्कुल गलत है।
सवाल ये कि महिला सताए तो पुरुष को कौन बचाए?
Fake cases, false accusations, gender-based harassment.
आरोप लगाने वाली महिला ने अदालत में ये माना है कि उसने जानबूझकर इस व्यक्ति को फंसाने के लिए झूठा रेप केस दर्ज कराया।
कानून का दुरुपयोग कर पति के परिवार के लोगों को जेल पहुंचाया।
महिला सुरक्षा के लिए बने कानूनों का गलत इस्तेमाल पुरुषों के लिए मुश्किल।
किसी को आरोपी या दोषी मानने से पहले कोर्ट के फैसले का इंतजार क्या नहीं करना चाहिए?
There is a need of amendment in section 498A.
पुरुष ही क्यों हर बार सवालों के घेरे में हो?
Cases that are fake are sufficient to have horrifying consequences.
कुछ औरतें पुरुषों के ऊपर गलत और झूठे इल्जाम लगा रही हैं, उनके लिए बनाए गए कानूनों का गैर इस्तेमाल कर रही हैं, बदला ले रही हैं और ब्लैकमेल कर रही हैं।
Should we not bring a law to protect the identity of those male members of the society whose names are reflected into any such sexual offences, and until that period, till the time they are pronounced guilty?
Every man is vulnerable if the law can be misused to make you suffer. You could just be picked up on a fake case and your whole family will have to go through the massive ordeal. And that has to stop here.
लेके रहेंगे पुरुष आयोग, हमें चाहिए पुरुष आयोग, अम्मा को चाहिए पुरुष आयोग, बाबा को चाहिए पुरुष आयोग, और के लिए हम बात करते हैं।
जब महिलाओं के लिए महिला आयोग है, तो पुरुषों के लिए राष्ट्रीय पुरुष आयोग का गठन क्यों नहीं होना चाहिए? क्या पुरुष अधिकार इन पर नहीं रखते?
Hello, Raipur. Namaskar to all the eminent speakers and my dear friends. You just saw the last clip which tells you about the curse of manhood, the documentary film which I made. Do watch it on my YouTube channel. It's for free. And do write your comments over there so that next time we can make a better one. We can showcase more true cases. The documentary film shows the unheard cries of men. I repeat, it's the unheard cries of men. Now I'll try to explain you some real-time stories. Can we have the slides? Here is Rohtak sisters. These two sisters had beaten up 3 boys with slippers. Those boys' career was ruined by fake molestation cases. Though many of you sitting here still might be thinking that they were Jhansi ki Ranis, because media told you this. But it was a fake molestation cases, and they were no Jhansi ki Rani. They were the ones who ruined 3 boys' lives before starting their career. The second real-time story is about Sarbjeet Singh. He is from Delhi. He was just standing on a red light, and before a fair trial, he was made Dilli ka darinda. Can you imagine? Standing on a red light makes the boy Dilli ka darinda. This woman, Jaspreet, went to Canada, didn't even attend a single date. And it took 6 years for Sarabjit to get acquittal. What was his fault? He was just standing on a red light. The third case, the Zomato boy's case from Bangalore. A poor Zomato boy. How much does he earn for his livelihood? See, these poor men, they struggle so hard. The Zomato boys, they go in the sun, they go in the rain to deliver you food. And this Madam Hitesha put up a bleeding nose video which went viral because we are so empathetic towards women. We don't even think about men. The other side of the story came up where the man told that this woman was very abusive. She had thrown slippers on him. She was not ready to pay the amount of the food which he had delivered. Neither she was returning the food. Now we come with the next story. These are all the real-time stories. Lucknow cab driver story. He is a cab driver who was beaten 22 times for no reason. He was standing over there, and this girl, Priyadarshini, kept on jumping and beating this man for no reason. Poor cab drivers. They're working day and night to feed their family. Why are you beating them? So I'm just trying to draw your attention that what happens in these cases. Every person on social media and otherwise outraged for this particular video. But you know what happened? This man, the cab driver, was detained by police. And people trended. Arrest this woman. Arrest the Lucknow woman, Priyadarshini. But she was not arrested. Even when Saadat Ali said that he'll suicide if the woman is not arrested, because it was no fault of his. Can we have the same thing if genders are reversed? No, never. The next story. We have the recent one from Noida, Bhavya Roy. This woman hit the security guards just for being a bit late in opening the gates. She was so abusive. You can't even imagine what all she did over there, the whole drama. So one thing is common here, guys. You can notice. It's a man's world. It's a man's world. But nobody hears the man's voice. How strange is it? I, as a woman, have around 50 laws for my protection. For men, we have none. Why so? Are men not human? क्या मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता? Since my childhood, I have been always very inquisitive. I keep on asking these questions. When 10 years back, one of my friends was implicated in a false rape case, I thought I should ask these questions to the lawmakers. And it's very easy. He was suicidal. I helped him out. Then many others contacted me for help. And I assured them, don't worry at all. What's the big deal in it? Men too live in India, and we should reach out to the lawmakers. It's as simple as that. What's the big deal? I'll go and personally meet the lawmakers, and then since I'm living in Delhi, I usually go to the parliament as well. So I said, it's very easy. I'll take up this job. I'll do it for the whole male community. I thought this. But did it work? No. The lawmakers of the country, as well as the Prime Minister, the Chief Ministers of all over India, are in deep slumber. They know the reality. Of course they know the reality. the victims? The politicians, the actors, the judges, the IPS officers, the doctors, the engineers, everyone are the victims. But I could only create awareness. I thought meeting the Prime Minister will solve the problem. I went and met the Prime Minister. I told him the grievances of men. I shared each and everything. That men are on the barren land. They have nothing, no recourse. It also didn't work. It didn't work at all. I tried to meet all the law ministers. I did protests. I did each and everything to change the perception. Yes, single-handedly, I tried to change the perception. But I need the support, encouragement of all over India. I do get that support. But until and unless our demands are fulfilled, how can we see this change? How can we see anything better for the society? We're living in the 21st century. But still, men are on the barren land. They have no recourse. We live in a country where we talk about equality. But where is equality? Exactly, where is equality? Do we have equality in real sense? If we would have equality, why doesn't India have gender-neutral laws? Same laws for men, women, and transgenders. Why don't we have same laws? Second, a very small demand of ours. Why doesn't India have a men's commission? Don't you think sitting each and every girl or boy, man or woman, that we should ask this question? Why doesn't India have a men's commission? There's a dire need of men's commission. I'll tell you why. One thing which is very, very painful is male suicides. 3 times more male suicide happening in our country. We are leading in male suicides in the world. Still, we are in slumber, deep slumber. We don't even talk about this issue. Why so? You need to wake up. We need to be empathetic toward the male gender also. Enough of male bashing. Enough of all the trauma which they have gone through. Let's appreciate the men in our life. For this, every year we do an awards ceremony in Delhi where we facilitate men from different fields. I gathered a lot of courage, met many politicians from all the parties, the leading parties, Congress, BJP, AAP, NCP, and many others, following many others. Went to so many states, Maharashtra, Punjab, Haryana, and many more. Right now I'm in Chhattisgarh. To ask them this question, why don't we celebrate Men's Day? Why don't we have a day in the parliament that is 19 November, where we can talk about male issues? Don't you think male also go through a lot of trauma, although they also have issues? Yes, they have issues. But we feel they are the forgotten gender. They are the third-class gender. Why we should talk about them? When Tanushree Datta comes with a Me Too campaign, we all can connect with the Me Too campaign. But I tell you, dear friends, India needs a Men Too campaign, which I brought when I was on panel discussing the Me Too case. I said it open-heartedly that India needs a Men Too campaign where everybody will be heard, not only women, the men, the senior citizens, everyone. And you might be thinking, I'm talking about only men. The senior citizens, you don't even imagine, you can't even imagine the trauma which they go through, the problems which they go through. They are suicidal because their son is implicated in some fake case, or he's going through a bad marriage. The real sufferers are the old mothers, sisters, fathers. the extended family. When you go to courts, you get only tarikh pe tarikh, nothing less, nothing more. You don't know when to celebrate Diwali, Dasera, Gurpurab, or Eid. You will only remember the court dates. We always stereotypes men. It's a man's world. They don't have any problems. They are good enough. They're leading the society. But again, it's a myth. If it was a man's world, why don't we have a men's commission? Am I asking you the right question? Yes or no? Another question. Why don't we have laws for men? 80% men are taxpayers. They work for the GDP of the country. Still, we don't have any laws to protect them. Why so? Can't men be victims? Yes, they are. They already are victimized. We have stereotyped things. Men can't cry. Men is always a perpetrator. Men is always guilty. Whenever there will be something between a man and woman, we will always blame the man. Why so? The perception needs to be changed. India needs a Men-Too movement. India needs gender-neutral laws. India needs Men Ki Baat. I often write emails so that I can ask people, don't you feel Men Ki Baat should also be done in our country? Because we have done a lot for Beti Bachao initiative, Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, but not at the cost of Beta Marwao. We talk about equality. We need both genders. Both genders will take us through for a betterment of the society. We can't kill one to upgrade the other. That's true India. That's new India. That's real India. Where will we empower each other? Youth empowerment should be the motto. I can tell you so many cases, but there are endless, and I can go on and on. But we never talk about the recourse, the rehabilitation. Just like Vishnu Tiwari, a man who was implicated in a false rape case, and he was jailed for 20 years. After he got acquittal from Allahabad High Court, he came out. But he lost everyone. He lost his parents. He lost everyone in his family. Even the woman who filed a fake rape case also died. He was left with nothing. His dignity was lost. His time was lost. Everything, all the money he had was lost. That poor fellow was suicidal in the jail. We have lots and lots of Vishnu Tiwaris. Just now when the AV was going on, you might have seen Sushant Singh Rajput. When we see such cases, we talk about mental male health. Or rather, we can say mental health. But since I see so many doctors over here, mental health should be a priority. That's the real concern. And the mental health of men keeps deteriorating. Why so? I'll tell you. A lot of pressure, family pressure, boss pressure, work pressure, girlfriend pressure, obviously wife's pressure, friends' pressure. So there's such a lot of pressure. And moreover, there's no one to listen to men. Even if he wants to tell you something, even if he wants to share his side of the story, who's going to listen? Don't you remember? Don't you remember Tanushree Datta? Everybody wanted to hear Tanushree Datta. Did anyone hear Nana Patekar? Did anyone hear Vivek Agnihotri, Ganesh Acharya, the three men? No. That is why I want men too in India. So that everybody gets a chance to speak up. There is always the second side of the story. Friends, recently, after making The Curse of Manhood and getting a lot of encouragement from different parts of the country, I recently made another short film, which is One-Sided Love. This One-Sided Love is a short movie, 18 minutes movie, which is based on fake sexual harassment cases on males. So do watch it on my YouTube channel. Thank you all.